Hello, everybody. Good morning and warm welcome from Pooja Joshi. Easy English explanation. Now, this is the fourth part of lesson number. This is 6. This is Jodie's Fawn. The name is This is Jodie's Fawn, Standard 8th, Honeydew NCERT book. So, once again, welcome you all here on my channel. So I have posted the videos, 3 videos related to this lesson, first, second and third video. So you can see that for the detailed explanation, here there was one boy, his name is Jody, whose father Penny was bitten by a rattlesnake, very dangerous, venomous snake, and to save his life himself from death, he kills a doe and takes out the heart and liver for his cure, and because of that the doe's fawn is alone. So now Jody thinks that it is our responsibility to find and raise and care the fawn, because due to his family, they had to kill the fawn's mother. So he went to the forest. He is able to find out what happens ahead. Will he be able to take proper care? He will be able to bring him home. What happens with him? How does he feel? Let's see everything in this part. तो चलिए आइए देखते हैं इस लेसन का फोर्थ पार्ट. दिस इज जोडीज फॉन, लेसन नंबर 6, स्टैंडर्ड 8, हनी ड्यू बुक. फर्स्ट, सेकंड और थर्ड पार्ट की वीडियोस मैं ऑलरेडी पोस्ट कर चुकी हूँ आप सबके लिए. और इस पार्ट में आप देखेंगे कि वो फ़ॉन को घर ले पाता है, क्या वो ले पाता है, और वो फ़ॉन का अच्छे से ध्यान रख पाता है, क्या करता है वो फ़ॉन के साथ, उसकी और फ़ॉन की रिलेशन कैसी है, उनकी फीलिंग्स क्या है, ये सब हम देखेंगे इस पार्ट में. So let me read it out first, then the word meanings as well as the explanation. He stroked its sides as gently as though the fawn were a china deer and he might break it. Its skin was very soft. It was sleek and clean and had a sweet scent of grass. He rose slowly and lifted the fawn from the ground. Its legs hung limply. They were surprisingly long, and he had to hoist the fawn as high as possible under his arm. So here what happens? Let's see the meaning. China deer. Let's see the meaning here. China deer. Sleek and clean. Okay. China deer means a clay deer that is easily broken, a toy deer. And sleek means smooth and shiny. Here it is written. Then meaning of limply. I'll also show you the meaning of limply here. Okay, so let me show you the meaning of limply. Limply means in a way that is soft and neither firm or stiff. Yes, now let me explain. He stroked its sides as gently, very carefully, very softly. He stroked, he just patted, but very soft, with a very soft hand, with gentle hand, as if it were a toy deer and it might break. He patted it very softly. Its skin was so soft because it was a baby. After all, babies are so cute and soft. Their skin are soft. It was very smooth and shiny, and it had the sweet scent of the grass. It was smelling very nicely, very sweetly. He rose slowly and he lifted the fawn very carefully from the ground but its legs just hung limply, neither very stiff or nor very loose. They were surprisingly long, as he must have thought. Comparison to his thought, the legs were very long as compared to the body, as he must have thought. So he had to just carry very carefully. Hoist means, see here, hoist means pull up higher, so that his legs are not scratched by the thorns or branches, and the fawn is not hurt, and his legs are not scrubbing or rubbing the ground. Now the next paragraph. First let me tell you this in Hindi as well. यहाँ पे क्या होता है कि वो बड़े ही प्यार से, बड़े संभाल के अच्छे से फॉन के ऊपर थोड़ा उसको पैट करते हैं, और उसके बाद जोड़ी ऐसे पैट करते हैं, और उसकी स्किन बहुत ही सॉफ्ट फील होती है फॉन की, क्योंकि वो आफ्टर ऑल तो है एक बच्चा, और बच्चों की स्किन वैसे ही बहुत ही सॉफ्ट रहती है। और यहाँ पे उसकी स्किन बहुत ही स्मूथ और शाइनिंग है, उसमें से बहुत ही मीठी सी खुशबू आ रही है घास की। और धीरे से फॉन को उठाता है तो उसके पाँव लटके हुए होते हैं, पर कैसे लटके होते हैं, बड़े बहुत हार्ड भी नहीं और बहुत सॉफ्ट भी नहीं। और जैसे कि जोड़ी ने सोचा था उसके हिसाब से उसके पाँव बहुत लंबे थे, तो जोड़ी ने थोड़ा ऊपर उठाने की, प्रॉपर्ली उठाने की कोशिश की अपनी बगल के नीचे, ताकि उसका ये विचार रहा होगा कि उसके पाँव में कहीं चोट ना लग जाए, कि उसके पाँव ग्राउंड के साथ घर्षण ना हो जाए, मैदान के साथ, ज़मीन के साथ, और उसको झाड़ियों में कहीं उसके पाँव में अटक ना जाए, उसे लग ना जाए कहीं। He was afraid that it might kick and bleat at sight and smell of its mother. He skirted the clearing and pushed his way into the thicket. It was difficult to fight through with his burden. The fawn's legs caught in the bushes, and he could not lift his own with freedom. He tried to shield its face from prickling vines. Its head bobbed with its stride. His heart thumped with the marvel of its acceptance of him. He reached the trail and walked as fast as he could, until he came to the intersection with the road home. He stopped to rest and set the fawn down on its dangling legs. It wavered on them. It looked at him and bleated. यहाँ पे look at the meanings here. I will tell you the meanings of skirted, thicket, then bobbed, thumped, and wavered. Let us see the meanings. Skirted. Skirt means here just not the girls wear that skirt. Here the skirt means to go around the edge of something. किसी भी वस्तु के किनारे किनारे सीमांत पर चलना. Thicket is an area of trees and bushes growing very closely together. बहुत ही पास पास में पेड़ और झाड़ी वगैरह उगी होती हैं, जिसे thicket कहते हैं. Bob. Bob here past tense is used. Bobbed. जल्दी जल्दी ऊपर नीचे होना, to move quickly up and down. Stride, to walk with long steps, because you feel very confident and determined. Thump means past tense is thumped, to hit somebody something hard, usually your closed hand or a fist. मुट्ठी से किसी को ठोकना. To make loud sound by hitting something or by beating hard. Now let's get back to the paragraph where we left. He was afraid that it might kick and bleat. When he saw his mother's dead body, he must be very, very worried. So he would start kicking and bleating at the smell of its mother. That is, Jodi thought that fawn will do so. He skirted the clearing. He went very on a side. He did not come, he did not want that fawn to see his mother's dead body. So he walked on the side into the, pushed his way into the thicket. He came from the way of thicket. Thicket means where the plants, trees, bushes, they are very closely growing. They are very close to each other. It was difficult to fight. After all, Jodi was not that big boy. So it was difficult to walk this much in the jungle and with the burden of the fawn. He was fighting with his burden. The fawn's legs, they often got caught in the bushes, and he could not lift his own feet for walking further with full freedom. He had so much weight, after all, of fawn. He tried to shield its face from prickling vines. He even tried to shield the cover or be a safety measure for the face of the fawn. Okay, then its head bobbed with its stride. As I showed the meaning earlier, it was moving up and down very fastly. His heart thumped, his heart was feeling joy. So, thus Jodi was feeling very joyful and thinking that fawn had accepted him already. So, he was very happy with joy. He reached the trail and walked as fast as he could until he came to a point where there was intersection of road. Like some intersection came and there was way to his home, and at that point he came. He was very happy and he wanted to reach as fast as possible. He stopped to rest and set the fawn down on its dangling leg. Now he was very tired, so he just sat there and he set the fawn down, and he stopped there because he wanted to have some rest. He may be very tired by now. It wavered on them. It looked at him and bleated. It wavered means when suddenly Jodi kept the fawn down, then fawn was not able to stand properly on its leg. First of all, it wavered. Its leg shook down before standing properly. Let me show you the meaning of wavered and trail. Here see, wavered is past tense of waver. And let me show you the meaning also. To become weak or uncertain, especially when making a decision. Second meaning, to move in a way that is not firm or steady. Kapna, डगमगाना का डामाडोल होना, because it was very small, it is not able to stand suddenly on its own legs. यहाँ पे क्या होता है कि उसे डर था जोड़ी को कि फॉन शायद किक करने लगेगा, लाते मारने लगेगा और ब्लीड करने लगा, अपनी आवाज़ में बोलने लगेगा जब वो अपनी मदर की स्मेल लेगा या उसे पता चलेगा कि यहाँ पे मेरी मदर की डेड बॉडी है। तो वो बहुत ही केयरफुली से जॉडी उसको किनारे किनारे से होके लेके गया थिकेट में से, जहाँ बहुत सारी झाड़ियाँ पेड़ वगैरह थे, वहाँ से वो लेके गया उन्हें उसे। और उसको भी मुश्किल पड़ रहा था कि फ़ॉन के बोझ के साथ आगे बढ़ना, उसके कदम अच्छी तरह से फ्रीडम से, स्वतंत्रता से नहीं उठ पा रहे थे और वो भी बहुत थक रहा था। पर फिर भी उसका हार्ट तो बहुत ही खुश था, खुशी से उछल रहा था कि ये सोच के कि एटलीस्ट मुझे फ़ॉन मिल गया है, फ़ॉन मेरे साथ आने के लिए तैयार है, तो फ़ॉन ने मुझे एक्सेप्ट कर लिया है। वो बहुत ही खुश था और जोडी उसके फ़ॉन के फेस को कोई भी झाड़ियों, कांटा वाली झाड़ियों को चुभने से बचा रहा था। और फिर जैसे ही उसके जल्दी वो चल रहा था और जैसे उसके घर का तरफ का रास्ता आया, 4 रास्ते जैसा कोई इंटरसेक्शन आया, तब वो वहाँ पे रुका और उसने धीरे से फ़ॉन को नीचे रख दिया। पर फ़ॉन के लेग्स काँप रहे थे और उसे थोड़ा टाइम लगा ऐसे एक जगह स्टेडीली खड़े होने में। फिर फ़ॉन उसे देखने लगा और आवाज़ें निकालने लगा। He said and chanted, I'll carry you after I get my breath. And he remembered his father saying that a fawn would follow if it had first been carried. He started very slowly. The fawn stared after him. He came back to it and stroked it and walked away again. It took a few wobbling steps toward him and cried piteously. It was willing to follow him. It belonged to him. It was his own. He was light-headed with his joy. He wanted to fondle it. Here what happens, he was very happy that fawn is looking at him and bleating, is making noise. Fawn must be telling in his own way that please carry me, please take me with you. So he was very enchanted, he felt very carried away. And he told, okay, wait 1 minute, I will carry you after I get my breath. अभी ज़रा सांस ले लूँ, फिर मैं तुम्हें उठा लूँगा. Then he remembered that his father had said that if a fawn had been carried for some time, then even if we put him down, then he will follow one. Okay, so they get the habit, okay, we have to walk this way after this person, so we need to follow them. So he came back to it, he just patted it, stroked it, he just gave 1 or 2 small pattings to him and he walked away again. So fawn also took few wobbling steps toward him. It was willing to follow. It was coming back after him. It followed him. And now Jodi was very, very happy that fawn belonged to him. It was his fawn. He was light-headed with his joy. Light-headed means here unable to think clearly. Then look at the meaning which I tell you of wobbling and fondle. See the meaning of wobble. To move from side to side in a way that is not steady. To make somebody something do this. लड़खड़ाना, डगमगाना, ढुलमुल, अस्थिर ढंग से चलना. Okay. Then fondle. Fondle means to touch somebody very gently in a loving way. He wanted to fondle that fawn. Fondle that fawn means he wanted to love and touch nicely, touch with very love and care affectionately to that fawn. Okay, when he came back to he came back to a place, he just put him down. He remembered that his father said that fawn would follow him if it had been first carried. So he also did the same thing. उसे याद आया कि उसके फादर ने कहा था कि अगर किसी फ़ॉन को एक बार उठा लिया जाए और उसे थोड़ी दूर चलाया जाए, उसके बाद उसे अगर आप नीचे भी रख देते हैं तो वो फ़ोन आपके पीछे चलेगा. उसे भी ये समझ में आएगा कि मुझे इस व्यक्ति या इस पर्सन को फॉलो करना है, इसके पीछे जाना है. तो उसने फ़ोन को फिर से पैट किया, स्ट्रोक किया और वो चलने लगा. तो फ़ोन भी समझ गया और फ़ोन भी उसके पीछे लड़खड़ाते हुए, धीरे से डगमगाते हुए वो भी चलने लगा और रोने लगा. वो भी उसके पीछे पीछे फॉलो करने लगा. अब जोड़ी को ये पूरा विश्वास हो गया था कि फ़ोन मेरा है, मेरा अपना है, वो से बिलोंग करता है. वो खुशी से पागल हो गया था और कुछ सोच नहीं पा रहा था. वह बस फ़ोन को प्यार करना चाहता था. With this, I end the 4th video of this lesson number 6. This is Jodi's Fawn part 4, standard 8. Very early soon I'll see you. I'll be back with you again with a bang. So till then, take very good care of yourself. Bye bye. See you.